Right now, for the first time in more than a decade, the Wisconsin Supreme Court is flipping to a liberal majority. This as soon-to-be Justice Janet Protasiewicz starts her term. Also, Madison police providing new details on what they're calling a bloody scene after a woman is attacked with a machete and sent to the hospital with serious injuries. And later, Wisconsin wildlife officials release their revised plan on how to manage the state's wolf population. You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
We all want a Wisconsin where our freedoms are protected. We want a Wisconsin with a fair and impartial Supreme Court. We all want to live in communities that are safe. And we all want a Wisconsin where everyone is afforded equal justice under the law.
A fundamental shift in Wisconsin today. A new Supreme Court Justice, Janet Protasiewicz, joins the ranks of the High Court. This marks the first time in 15 years Wisconsin now has a liberal court. Political reporter Will Keneally at the Capitol with more.
Eric, so the biggest change that we're likely to see over the next couple of years is kind of why we have a liberal justice now, abortion. The U.S. Supreme Court decision overturning Roe v. Wade came down last summer, and it has dominated Wisconsin elections since then. This April, Justice Protasiewicz made it a centerpiece of her campaign, framing it around personal freedoms. And we're likely to see that take center stage within the next few years, as a Dane County court case challenging the state's abortion ban will likely make its way to the High Court. Now, since this is the first liberal majority court since 2008, we're also likely to see the justices take a stab at many of the policies of former Governor Scott Walker. Think legislative redistricting, which liberals argue favor Republicans, and also collective bargaining, like Act 10. Now, the new liberal court has a 2-year time window before the next Supreme Court seat comes up, meaning that this will all happen on a pretty short time scale here. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
And Protasiewicz is replacing retiring Justice Pat Rogensack, a conservative who's been on the High Court since 2003. Meanwhile, Republican Congressman Tom Tiffany says he will not run for U.S. Senate next year against Wisconsin Democratic incumbent Senator Tammy Baldwin. Representative Tiffany said he will run for re-election representing northern Wisconsin rather than take on Senator Baldwin, who seeks a third term. Other Republicans considering a Senate run are Madison businessman Eric Hovde, Franklin businessman Scott Mayer, and former Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark. Time now to check your first warn forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
It's a couple degrees warmer today and also just a tad more humid, and that'll be the trend over the next couple of days, but I think the rain chances for the most part will stay low. Let's take a look first of all at visible cloud track. You can see some cumulus clouds popping up this afternoon. Otherwise, it's been pretty sunny for much of the day, but there have been a couple of isolated showers that have popped up over parts of southeastern Wisconsin. To our north and west, there's been more widespread showers and thunderstorms, some of those even severe, but over far southeastern Wisconsin, basically right along the I-94 corridor between about Johnson Creek now and Waukesha, and those showers are starting to die down pretty quickly. The rest of us have stayed dry. High temperatures today into the lower 80s. Madison 83, Janesville 84. Mineral Point only topped out at 79, but everybody else was pretty much in the 80s. Milwaukee's at 85, and current temperatures are still well into the 80s, including 82 in Madison and Janesville, 82 at the Baraboo Dells Airport here in Dane County. It's 83 in Verona, 81 in Mount Horeb, and 82 in Cross Plains. Look for skies to be variably cloudy this evening, a mix of clouds and some clear skies. Otherwise, temperatures dropping off into the lower 70s by late evening. Later on, I'll take a look at any prospects for rain as those humidity levels increase for the next couple of days.
And Europe's Copernicus Climate Change Service say July will likely go down as the hottest month on record. The average global surface air temperature reached 62.5 degrees Fahrenheit in the first 3 weeks of the month. That broke the previous record set back in 2019. Now to an update on a story we reported earlier today. A woman now in stable condition after she was attacked by another woman last night, leaving behind what police are describing as a bloody scene. A suspect is now in custody. It happened in the 5700 block of Raymond Road near the intersection with Whitney Way around 6. Officers found a woman with potentially life-threatening injuries and rushed her to the hospital. Police today arresting a 43-year-old woman. They say the victim, a 33-year-old woman, was injured by multiple weapons, including a baseball bat and a machete.
Officers coming in on just how kind of, bloody the scene was. It was, just a chaotic scene when they arrived, lots of things to process and collect. So for them, it's been, a long evening. They're back at it again today, just trying to, again, figure out what exactly happened. Investigations take time, and that's the point we're at right now.
Police believe the two women knew each other and are trying to figure out what led to the attack. Anyone who saw or heard something is encouraged to contact Crime Stoppers. In Milwaukee, two Muslim women attacked in public say they believe they were the victims of a hate crime. Part of the attack captured on cell phone video. The two women say they, along with their aunt, grandmother, and young children, were at a park Sunday when two other women approached the victims asking if they had a problem. The victims say at that point the two women attacked them, throwing punches. Cell phone video shows the commotion right near the playground area. It shows one of the women throwing multiple punches, one striking the victim's face.
I saw what looked like a form of bullying. I saw a group of ladies being attacked, which was not okay.
Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office says deputies arrested two women ages 34 and 30 on charges of substantial battery. The suspects could be sentenced to up to 3.5 years in prison. A hate crime enhancement would add an additional 5 years prison time. Wisconsin wildlife officials are releasing a revised wolf management plan today. It recommends holding the statewide population at around 1,000 animals. Back in 1999, the DNR adopted a wolf management plan that called for capping the statewide population at 350 wolves. The population has roughly tripled since then. The plan the DNR unveiled today still doesn't set a hard population goal. It does include a chart laying out recommendations on when to reduce the statewide population.
You have a model that produces a range of estimates, and you mentioned it can range from 800 to 1,200, but the most likely value, which is in the middle of that range, is statistically way more likely to be than the outer edges.
Now, the new draft retains provisions from the original that call for reducing the window for registering wolf kills from 24 hours to 8 hours and issuing hunting licenses for specific zones. Right now, wolf licenses are valid in any of the state's 6 zones. The DNR's policy board is expected to vote in October on whether to adopt the management plan. A word of caution for those visiting the Milwaukee area. West Nile virus has been detected there. Mosquitoes collected from the city and North Shore area tested positive. According to the city health department, these are the first mosquitoes to test positive in the area since surveillance began in early July. There have been no confirmed human cases. The health department said 80% of people who are infected with West Nile do not get sick. Those who do get sick, however, experience only minor symptoms like fever, headache, muscle aches, and fatigue. Safety concerns are brewing over the water quality in Wisconsin, and the Delavan Township in Walworth County is trying to make sure that the lakes there don't become too unsafe. Their ponds are designed to trap and filter groundwater that goes into the lakes there. Officials say groundwater often contains phosphorus. Too much of it will start to damage the pond and increase the amount of algae.
People don't see it, but they know it if it's not working, because then we'll get an algae bloom or something like that.
So the ponds are supposed to be cleaned every 3 to 5 years, but haven't been cleaned since 2007. This cleanup project is expected to wrap up by September 30th. UW hospitals have been ranked the best in the state for the 12th straight year. U.S. News & World Report surveyed over 5,000 hospitals nationwide to compile these rankings. 3 of UW hospitals' medical and surgical specialties were also ranked near the top: ear, nose, and throat, obstetrics and gynecology, and also orthopedics. The hospitals were also highly rated for procedures and conditions that impact patients 65 and older. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, why 2 types of Tesla vehicles are now being investigated by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Plus, the Department of Health Services expanding its mental health services outreach. The new way Wisconsinites can now get help. Stay with us.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are a value pack of Hy-Vee chicken breast, $1.99 a pound. Stamilt red cherries, $1.66 a pound when you buy a 3-pound pack. And lots of Mozza pizza, only $5.97. All week long at Hy-Vee.
Mark, a little help here? Oh, keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Let Feldco be the experts in your home renewal. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest for 1 year. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life. And that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Spectrum helps me run all this easily. Work, bust. Treat dispenser, treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-802-4999 or visit spectrum.com today.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Hy-Vee Choice Reserve Bacon Wrapped Sirloins, $2.99. General Mills Family Size Cereal, $2.98. And 6-pack Pepsi products, only $2.99 each when you buy 4. All week long at Hy-Vee.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
A new way to get mental health help is coming to Wisconsin. Uplift Wisconsin started Monday, working with the Department of Health Services to bridge a gap in mental health outreach. Experts say people struggling with mental health and substance abuse feel isolated. Now people are one call away from getting the help they need. On the other end of the line, a peer support provider will answer the call, who helps the caller from there.
It is the question, what do I do now? And not everybody knows what that first step is. And this can be one of those first steps.
The Uplift helpline can be reached at 534-202-5438. CVS has announced it is laying off 5,000 workers. The pharmacy says the reductions will primarily affect corporate employees. The changes are part of an effort to cut costs and focus on health services like primary care offerings. CVS currently employs about 300,000 people. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is investigating 2 Tesla models for complaints about steering. 12 drivers have said new Model 3 sedans and Model Y SUVs have suddenly lost power steering assistance. In 7 of the cases, that simply meant steering was more difficult, but 5 of the complaints say it resulted in a complete inability to steer the vehicle. NHTSA says it's aware of 1 crash connected to the issue. The agency has been investigating the Model Y now since March for separate reports of the steering wheel detaching. After the break, keep your eyes to the skies tonight, while the moon will be making some big appearances during the month of August. Plus, for maybe the final time, the CrossFit Games are underway in Madison. We'll take a look at the events happening today. Also, the warm weather continues with little to no rain in sight. Gary's back. A complete look at the forecast when we come back.
When an appliance you rely on goes kaput, you can count on family-owned Brothers Maine, Southern Wisconsin's local appliance authority since 1938. With thousands of in-stock options, we have the brands you want at the lowest prices guaranteed. Even big box can't beat our prices. Our experienced team of appliance experts will help you make the right selection, and we deliver it fast and free to your home. What you need when you need it. Shop appliances you can bring home today at our Madison and Janesville showrooms. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this easily. Kids checkups, scheduled. Work, bust. Treat dispenser, treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer. Work.
Switch to Spectrum One. 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Get a beautiful view with new windows from Jeld-Wen. We have over 100 sizes and styles in stock. This 48 by 36 vinyl sliding window is $159 after rebate. Keep your doors secure with our huge selection of Dexter by Schlage lock sets. We carry a variety of styles and finishes that will surely match any decor. Get a satin nickel hall and closet passage door lock for $13.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Send them back to school in style with Steinhoffels. Shop our back to school sale for trendy and functional furniture. Plus, get great deals on mattresses. Twins start at just $89 and queens start at $129. And take an extra 10% off our already low-priced clearance furniture and mattresses. Make it even easier when you use Steinhoffels' special 72-month financing. The back to school sale at Steinhoffels. Shop in store or online at steinhoffels.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
The No Bull CrossFit Games are going out with a bang in Madison. This year's event will be the last in the city, according to CrossFit organizers. Kyle Pazorski shares what you can expect to see.
While it may be the last time that Madison is hosting the CrossFit Games, the excitement level here at the Alliant Energy Center is still high.
Since 2017, Madison has seen the worldwide community of CrossFit athletes compete to be crowned the fittest athlete.
Take all of those athletes and funnel them down to these top select few that are able to make the trip here and compete in Madison.
It's a competition of willpower and strength in a wide variety of disciplines.
So a CrossFit athlete may not be the strongest weightlifter in isolation. They may not be the fastest runner in isolation or the best gymnast. However, they come out on top and we test across a variety of domains, both in the types of activities and in duration.
Director of Sports Heather Lawrence says that's what makes CrossFit special compared to other strength and endurance competitions.
We've got running, biking, gymnastics type skills, weightlifting, and everything in between.
It features every age as well.
And that's to show the rest of the world what CrossFit is about and what can be achieved, whether you're a top individual or a 65-plus masters athlete that maybe didn't even start CrossFit till they were in their 50s.
In addition to bringing together the athletes from Germany, China, Canada, and more, the CrossFit spectators, many of which are from Madison, contribute just as much to the excitement of the 6-day event.
Our spectators are the fittest fans. The global CrossFit community is unlike anything else, and you really have to come down here to see it.
In Madison, Kyle Pazorski, News 3 Now.
This year's games run through Sunday at Alliant Energy Center. You can find tickets at games.crossfit.com. Well, looking ahead, the Sugar Maple Music Festival returns to the shores of Lake Wabeesa for a 20th year this weekend. The festival, held Friday and Saturday at Lunny Lake Farm County Park, features 10 musical acts spanning a range of genres, workshops, and more. There will be local food carts on site. Comedian Dave Landau will also perform. Arts and crafts for kids will be offered on both days of the festival. Kids 17 and under get in free with a ticketed adult. You can find ticket and performer information at the festival's website. And with record-breaking heat, the summer sun has gotten a lot of attention lately. But if July's headlines belong to the sun, well, August belongs to the moon. Bright lunar displays will bookend this month as the moon nears its closest point to Earth. Supermoons generally look brighter and bigger than other full moons, and this month there will be 2 of them. Our best chance to see the supermoon will be after sunset tonight, looking toward the southeast. Then on August 30th, a full moon will appear at the closest point to our planet this year, making it a super blue moon. But you always got to check with the weatherman to see if we can see it, Gary.
Yeah, I think tonight you'll probably have at least some chances to see the moon. It won't be totally clear, but we'll see periods of clearing and also some periods of clouds. There have been a couple of showers just to the east of Madison. They formed just east of the I-39, 90, 94 interchanges, basically traveled right along I-94. Now the last showers are east of Waterloo, and most of the showers are into Waukesha County. Haven't really seen much in the way of lightning from these, but they are pretty much over with, at least across our viewing area. You can see the rest of southern Wisconsin precipitation free. Notice severe thunderstorms that were in northern Minnesota dropped southward. They weakened as they approached the Twin Cities, and now are just about fizzling out as they push into west central Wisconsin. But there are some more strong to severe thunderstorms back across North Dakota and western Minnesota. The air aloft there is pretty chilly, and so that makes the atmosphere unstable and allows those storms to develop. We could use the rain, at least in spots. We've picked up a fair amount during the month of July. We've had a few dry days now. Normally we pick up about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain over a 10-day period. This is the 10-day future track rainfall. This is just through early Monday of next week, calling now for about a general inch or so of rain across southern Wisconsin with some localized heavier amounts in areas to get a heavier thunderstorm. Much of the middle part of next week will be dry, and then we'll see a few more showers and thunderstorms toward the end of the week. So you add that all up over the 10-day period, and we're looking at about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rain over at least parts of southern Wisconsin. Some areas could see more than that if you get a couple of heavier thunderstorms thunderstorms. Many areas will see less than that, but probably at least about an inch of rain, which is good news. It keeps us right on track, getting our precipitation at least back closer to normal. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for warm weather with high temperatures in the middle to upper 80s the next couple of days. Humidity levels will also go up as well. But even with the high humidity, I think the rain chances will stay low for the next couple of days. If we see anything, it's like what we saw this afternoon, just a couple of isolated showers east of Madison. But the better chances for showers and thunderstorms arrive Friday afternoon into Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday, with the best chances probably in the Saturday night and Sunday time frame, about a 50-50 chance at any given time that we'll be looking at rain. Temperatures are very comfortable across our part of the Midwest. The heat continues to bake the South. Temperatures in the triple digits through much of Kansas. Temperatures mid-90s into northern portions of Kansas. But you get north and east of there have been some showers and thunderstorms. That's cool temperatures out toward Omaha, Nebraska. You see the cloud cover there and those showers and storms. But they just kind of follow along the periphery of that heat, which drives them to the southeast and keeps them away from us. These showers and thunderstorms are associated with a weak cold front, which is dropping southward out of Canada and lifts the air a little bit more, and again brings that cooler air aloft that makes the atmosphere unstable enough to bring some strong thunderstorms. But we've got high pressure still pretty close to us, and as long as that sticks around, our weather stays relatively quiet. The air sinks under high pressure and dries out. Plenty of night across Dane County. Low of 66 Middleton, 66 Cross Plains, and 66 in Verona. Skies clear out by tomorrow morning. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 67 for Lowell and Monroe, and 62 in Camp Douglas. For tomorrow, partly sunny, very warm, also a little more humid. High temperature at 86, but you factor in the humidity. Heat index readings between about 87 and 92 degrees. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast. 87 on Thursday. Heat index perhaps into the mid 90s during the afternoon. But rain chances start to return Friday afternoon. The better chances Friday night into Saturday, and the best chances from Saturday night into Sunday. Temperatures cool up into the upper 70s for much of next week. Dry for the first part of the week. Maybe a shower or thunderstorm chance by Thursday and Friday of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. Well, tonight, someone could become an instant billionaire, but they're going to need a whole lot of luck. The Mega Millions jackpot has soared to more than $1 billion after no winning ticket matched all 6 numbers drawn Friday night. The estimated jackpot is now at $1.05 billion, which would equal the 4th largest prize in Mega Millions history. The lump sum option, should you win here, is about $528 million. In Wisconsin, it's $305 million after taxes. Now, the top Mega Millions jackpot to date, $1.537 billion. That was won in South Carolina back in 2018. The U.S. women's national soccer team has reached the round of 16 at the FIFA Women's World Cup, but just by the skin of their teeth. They tied Portugal, a scoreless tie, to come in second place in Group E. The 2-time defending champs now advance to the knockout stage, but they were just a few inches away from being eliminated. In stoppage time, Portugal's Ana Capeta had a chance for the massive upset, but look at that, go off the post. The Netherlands, who beat Vietnam 7-0, won Group E. The U.S. will now face the Group G winner, heavily favored to be Sweden. Unfortunately, former Badger Rose Lavelle will not be able to play against Sweden because she picked up a second yellow card in this most recent game.
And coming up in sports, it's time for fall camp. Why kicking it off in Platteville is bigger for the Badgers than just a venue change. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
After a serious truck crash, you need a team who knows how to handle trucking cases and gets results. You need Gruber Law Offices. There's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Subway's now slicing their meats fresh. That's why Subway's preferred by this champ. And his future champ. And if we prefer it, we know you'll prefer it too. He's cocky for a 19-year-old.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
Does our foam insulation work? Listen to this.
The power in the neighborhood was out for 2 days in 95-degree weather. My
thermostat only went up 3 degrees, and that's even with letting the dog in and out. It was very comfortable here.
And her savings were more than the installation costs.
If you want to save money on your power bills, get USA Insulation. It makes a huge difference.
USA Insulation.
You got me.
Tag, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Every single day, we help families that have been tragically impacted in truck crashes. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. Truck crash? Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
From bounce houses and basketball to music, food, and fireworks, this tiny community knows how to throw a party. Tomorrow, Josh has a fun-filled sneak peek at Judah Bash.
And we will be tracking some rain chances for the upcoming weekend. Join us tomorrow between 4:30 and 7.
New and different, 2 words that describe the Luke Fickell era of Wisconsin football. One of the new things they're doing is having the first week of fall camp at UW-Platteville. And as Andrew Banstra found out, the location may be different, but the trip south is a blessing in disguise.
Wisconsin football is back.
I'm just ready to play football. So regardless of where that's at, it's an exciting time.
But unlike years past, the Luke Fickell era kicks off 71 miles south of Camp Randall.
As you all know, we're headed out of here today to Platteville, and no, I have not been to Platteville yet, in case you're wondering.
And as for the rest of the team?
I've never even heard of it until they told us we were going. I still don't. I don't. I know it's like, what, west side of Southwest? Okay. I've heard of it, but, you know, I honestly couldn't even tell you where it's at. I haven't looked it up on a map or nothing yet.
But while Platteville is unfamiliar, getting away from Madison for a week is a blessing in disguise. For one, it'll be all football all the time for Wisconsin, but even better, all the time they'll spend together will help the Badgers build a bond.
We're going to be doing fall camp in Platteville, so all you got is football and each other, so I don't think we have a choice but to get closer. When you talk to people who don't play college football anymore that used to, I think that's what they miss the most is the time with the guys.
And that time with the guys does more than just create friendships. It's the foundation on which great teams are born.
You know, when times get hard, you can lean on those bonds, you can lean on those relationships that you have. It's a lot easier to challenge people or get the best out of people, so I think the more that you can get around the guys, you know, the better the team can be.
And at the end of the day, these guys are just excited to play.
I think it's going to be fun, man. It's kind of like sleepaway camp, but just with football.
Whenever, wherever, but starting in Platteville. In Madison, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Sports.
And speaking of Wisconsin football, Muma Njong Meta has been named to the Bronco Nagurski Trophy watch list. The award is given to the best defensive player in college football. Badgers senior inside linebacker led the team in tackles last season, finishing with 95. He also tallied 11.5 TFLs and 3.5 sacks. Let's just go to Platteville, huh?
Yeah, Gary's old Bears used to hang out down in Platteville.
Yeah, I'm old enough to know who Bronco Nagurski is.
Yeah, you covered him, I think, back in the day.
Probably did. Well, skies are partly cloudy right now. There's a mix of sun and clouds. There have been a couple of showers to the east of Madison, but right now, Platteville Quimby Radio Sky Cam looking pretty nice. Should be a nice evening for most of us.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 2 Now at 6. We'll be back here tonight at 10.